YTBC, what's the deal? Now, I've been asked about this young man, gentleman, George Arias, and not to be confused with the George Arias from Brazil, who's been in there with Kurbat Pulov, Hughie Fury, Dennis Bogtov. He actually just fought Carlos Takam on November 28th, but that fight got pretty much lost in the shuffle with the Fury and Klitschko bout going on. Um, George Arias, okay, he's 5'11", 220 pounds. He's from Bronx, New York. He's Dominican. He is 4-0 as a pro. I went on YouTube and watched a little 20-minute documentary. It's called The Humble Boxer. It was before he turned pro. I've watched 3 out of his 4 pro fights. I've seen the Edwin Ranculio, but it was only 1 round. I've only got to see a little bit of that fight. It went 2 rounds, but I got to see 1 round of it. I didn't get to see his Carlos Black fight that he won in 1 round. TKO, I didn't see that. But I did see the Eric Kaysen fight that he won KO in 2 rounds. And then I see him go 4 rounds the distance with Randy Easton. He has fast hands. He's powerful, but he's powerful as the fight goes on. You know, he wants to break you down. He has good technique, good head movement. Just watching him in his documentary and listen to him talk, he gets it. He understands that it's going to take hard work to be champion. Doesn't seem like the type of kid that's going to, you know, he wants things handed to him. Doesn't seem like that type of kid. He seems very enthused. The dude was doing, for you 90s hip hop fans out there, the dude was doing the running man in his corner while they're doing the introductions. I mean, this dude is full of energy. He's a bundle of energy. He wants to fight. He likes to train. Let me get a shout out to Ellie Setback, his YouTube channel, because that was the first time I seen George Arias was on a Ellie Setback video, and they were comparing him to Mike Tyson, and I seen him hitting the pads. And hitting the pads and hitting the bag, he does kind of resemble some Mike Tyson, some Floyd Patterson, Joe Frazier, as far as technique and the way he's bobbing and weaving. But I don't see Mike Tyson. You know, I see more of a Dwight Muhammad Qawi. I see more of some of the defensive things he tries to do. I see more of a Qawi. You know, I don't see Mike Tyson. I understand, you know, with the combinations and the, you know, him hitting. It's one thing to hit the pads and hit the bag and say, well, he looks like Mike Tyson. I mean, you can take an athletic kid and have him hit the bag and he could look like Roy Jones, you know. But I don't see Mike Tyson now. I know he's trying to come from the, you know, the 6 foot and under guys, you know, Gene Tunning, Ezra Charles, Tyson, Frazier, Dempsey, Patterson, Marciano. You know, I think I see Qawi in him. A little bit of Corey, a little bit of Tool, because he likes to get right in your chest and he likes to get his work done like that. You know, I want to see his defense get a little bit more sharper. He seems to exert a lot of energy when he doesn't have to, with the bobbing and weaving and moving and rolling. I mean, he's out of punching range and he's just like exerting all this energy. Even when he's not on attack mode, he's just, you know, to me, I think he needs to just settle down a little bit, man. Let's just calm down a little bit. Still be aggressive, but just calm down a little bit. You know, a guy from the 50s, guy named Bob Satterfield. If you go on YouTube here, he has 4 fights up. The Rex Lane fight, the Ezra Charles fight, which he got hit with a crushing left hook. The Elkins brothers fight, and actually a good long distant fight was the Nino Valdez fight. Valdez was a #1 contender at the time he fought him, but Bob Satterfield was known as a power puncher. He would either knock you out or he'll get knocked out. But the thing about Satterfield is he had good footwork. He could pivot. He had, you know, he know how to shift his shoulders into a shot. He knew how to get full extension on his shots by turning his hips, putting his whole body into his shots without falling off balance. I think Arias should look at more guys like a Bob Satterfield. Now, I know he wants to be great like Tyson, great like Frazier, but those guys had something unique, which was crazy punching power. Frazier, I believe, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I believe up until his first like 20 fights, 10 of those fights ended with left hooks, knockouts with left hooks. Mike Tyson, we know the combinations that he was throwing, and you know, the bobbing and weaving, and Arias' power isn't on that level, man. I think his thing is going to be chopping guys down, a la Dwight Muhammad Qawi. He's going to chop you down to get you out of there. It's not going to be this one punch knockout power. I don't see that in this young man. I do see somebody that will probably be able to chop you down, but I think he needs to fight out of a technique. How Archie Moore and James Toney, when he moved to heavyweight, learn how to roll with your shoulders, and when you're rolling out of those techniques, and when you're coming out of your roll, then you land a power shots, and then you place power shots. But I think him trying to get right in people's chest and try to go to work like that, I don't think he has enough power. Although he is powerful, I don't see Tyson, I don't see Dempsey, I don't see Frazier. I just don't. But I do see somebody that can probably chop you down. I mean, he is 220 pounds. He's muscular. He's in shape. He does have good technique. But I want to see him. I think with him, it's going to be more chopping people down, using his defense also, rolling with shots, coming back with a shot. You know, catch a shot with his glove, come back with another shot. You know, I think it's going to be, that's the type of work I see him doing. I don't see this KO artist. I just don't. He's 4-0 and he stopped 3 of the guys. I've seen him go the distance to 4 rounds. I've heard him talk. You know, he says that right now he could probably go 8 rounds. You know, but he's gonna do this gradually. You know, he's not gonna throw himself in the deep water. He's gonna do it gradually. And I think if they work with this young man gradually, he can probably have some success. But right now, you know, he looks pretty decent. You know, will I say do I think he can beat the Adrian Granats or the guys like that are coming up that are 10-0 right now? I mean, I don't know. Do I think he could beat Dillian White? I mean, anything could happen. Do I think he could beat Oscar Rivas? That'd probably be a good fight. But I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is he's not this one-punch knockout artist. And although he can hit the mitts like Mike Tyson and hit the pads like Tyson, that's probably as far as it goes. Because when I watch him, I don't see that. Yes, he does bob and weave, like I said, a la Tyson and Patterson, but I don't see that power. I don't see a crushing left hook or a bone jarring right uppercut. I don't see that. I see a guy that's gonna be able to chop you down with both hands. But with that, I think he should work on his defense. Because if you're gonna be in there for the long haul, get in great shape and chop guys down, get them out of there like that, or win decisions like that. Just my opinion on George Arias, man. I want to see more of the kid, but I don't see Mike Tyson. Just my opinion on, but just because I don't see Tyson doesn't mean this kid isn't going to have a good career. Mike Tyson isn't just some, you know, some pedestrian old school boxer. I mean, we're talking about one of the greats here, but I don't see that. Like I said, I see more of Dwight Muhammad Qawi. I see more of a guy that wants to, you know, to do the David Tua, put his head in your chest. Although Tua looked more powerful than this young man, but I think this young man can have a good career. Just work on his defense and his stamina and his technique, and just, you know, countering shots, using good technique, using good defense, man, rolling under shots, coming up, shit like that. But this one punch knockout artist, I don't see that. Just my opinion though. YTBC, I'm out.